This isn't really a how-to. I'm not too sure what this is. Hanging in the garage with the grasshopper. Good morning, Bagheera. Hello, my friend. Keep that rain out. How are we today? Hey, are you ready to get your 5,000 kilometer servicing? It's pretty fancy, 5,000 kilometers, just saying. Here we are in our fancy garage. It's about as fancy as we get here, but you know, it's all good as long as we have shelter. First things first, let's get your bum off. Oh, dirty bum. All right. Rodents will come and take a chew off. Hey, buddy? Oh, yeah. And you know, we've been in here recently. Just, that's what happens when you take a bike in the dirt. It gets dirty. But that's all good. We'll get you all cleaned up, right, Bagheera? We got all our tools required. Our happy little toolbox and WD-40, because you know, you always need WD-40. Our genuine Royal Enfield parts. And of course, a can of orange spray paint, because I'm going to spray paint something orange. Oh, it's really raining now. Good thing we have our tent. I'm gonna go in here. Have a little look-see. It's actually not that bad. I cleaned it out not too long ago. Although there's pine needle in there, but you know, that happens around these parts. But when I cleaned it out last, there was actual gravel, little bits in there. They say you're not supposed to smell fuel in there. Looks pretty clean. Bit of a tricky thing to do here. And close that up. Smell of gasoline. I'll just put that one in there. Ah, the clip. The blue clip. There you are. That's the blue clip. These are always a pain in the butt. Hate these clips. They're driving me nuts. I can never press the thingamabobber to get them apart. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay, I think I'm doing the wrong side. You see, this is the kind of stuff where everyone just figures, you know, you're supposed to just kind of know. But how are you supposed to know? You don't know. Okay, I think I got it. Yes! Alright. Basically what we want to do is we want to get into these two compartments here. to check our valves to see if the gap is as recommended for our intake and outtake or exhaust. So we have to find top dead center. I think it's a 5th, okay. Oh, so close. So close. I get impatient. At least I do. And then I keep trying. And if you just stuck with it. Like open heart surgery. Alright, so we've checked the intake valve and it was fine. So now we're going to check the outtake exhaust. Got our 23 and our 25, missing our 24. It's a logical deduction, we'd say. 23 should go through. Oh, you see that little toggle? Okay. 23 should go through like butter. What kind of butter on a semi-warm day? And 25 should get stuck up. I don't want to go through. 25. It does not like the 25. It says no, I do not want it. So, with that said, I would assume 24 would go through nicely. Not quite as nice as 23, more so as 25. I'm going to call it, it's a happy tappet. So, let me say goodbye to our tappets once more. Seal it up, put her back together. Okay, so to recap. Checked our tappets, checked our air filter, checked the spark plug when we had it out, did some cleaning, got everything attached, rerouted. Now we will proceed to take off the bash plate. And we have 1, 2, easy peasy, 3, and oh, right. So I just remember 2 of the bolts are easy, 4 bolts on that side, or 2 and 2. It's these 2 down here. This is the exhaust. And orange, it looks so good, right? And fun. Let's see. Orange. Is it worth the pain? Let's do it. Yes. Okay, so we've gotten to the time of oil change. The oil change is actually one of my favorites. It just, I don't know, it feels like a good thing to do, you know? The bike always seems happier. Any vehicle, for that matter, seems happier after an oil change. So it's actually one of the easier things to do. This is my 3rd for Bagheera. We did an extra one in between the 500 and the 5,000, just, you know, can't hurt. It's always good. So we've warmed him up. He's sounding good. Now I just need to loosen this baby. Now what I've done is I put a bit of tinfoil in here. This is not my idea. remember who I saw recently do it. Probably Putt or somebody, but anyways, just to make it so that you don't make a big mess. I'm wearing my gloves today. Safety first, right? There we go. Whew. Pop. Ooh. That's not looking so good. Ooh. Yeah, that's looking pretty gross. So we're just gonna let that ooze out. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get the new filter soaking. So now what we're gonna do is undo these little guys here. These little guys here. And take this off, and there's a little filter in here. You want to check that, make sure it's not got any thing in it that it should not have in it. More oozy goozy. Okay, so now we want to check the filter. Filter in here, I'll show you. Filter in here. I'm gonna take this out and see what's going on with it. Nope. Looks good. So now I'm just gonna put my finger in here. Very gently. Sharp edges, but you want to feel for grit. Just anything that's not right. I mean, you're gonna know it if something isn't right. But it feels pretty good. Squishy. Oh, what's this? Piece of something. Doesn't look like gravel. That's usually not a good sign. But with a Himalayan, it's kind of like, well, hey, no shocker there. You just can never seem like you get all, enough oil out. I know you can show it on a side stand, shake it. For all intents and purposes, I think we're doing okay. All right. I guess we're just about to that point now where we can close this side up, go over to the filter side. The filters should be almost finished soaking. Get the filter in, and then Bagheera is ready for the road. All right. So now we are on the other side. I'm going to take the oil filter out, and I did an oil change right after I had put on my Jivvy crash guards, engine guards, and I was happy to discover that the oil filter comes out just right. It's like they were almost thinking about these things. Of course, you have to compress the spring. Long one goes on the bottom. Short one goes on the top. And another short one goes on the side. Okay. do have a gasket here. It doesn't look too bad, you know. I always feel bad throwing these out because they don't look that bad, but the new ones, you can't see it, but they're nice and flat. Whereas one that's been used, you can see the indent, the pressure. So it's not going to seal properly ever again, really. I mean, you know, if you had to, that's all you had, I guess. I could see myself collecting these things and thinking I need them for something. Tricky at first. There we go. See, it comes out just nice. Maybe we put this in the bag. So, let this side drain for a little while, not as long. It's pretty much finished. And we'll get our new oil filter that's been soaking and top it up with some blood red oil. Alright, so we're just about drained. I'm just gonna, again, stick my finger in here. And ever so gently. Just make sure it feels non-gritty. We are doing good, yes? Right. So now, we have our filter. It has been soaking. Look at this oil, eh? It's like blood red. It's very pretty. Looks good. Put that in there. It's great for keeping your hands moist. It's lovely. Guess I should have showed you the inside stuff, but this isn't really a how-to. I'm not too sure what this is. Hanging in the garage with the grasshopper. Alright. So let's remove the nasty stuff out of the way here. And we're going to start with, we're using Motul 4T7100 15W50. It's got the orange bike on it. So Bagheera likes that. Bagheera likes orange. But it is this awesome red color. See if he lives. Oh, he lives!
Well, that wraps it up. I decided to spare you the excitement of painting the bash plate. So here you have a photo of the before and after. I love how it turned out. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and safe travels.
Close your eyes. What do you hear?
I hear the water. I hear the birds.
Do you hear your own heartbeat?
No.
Do you hear the grasshopper, which is at your feet?
You gotta like this, eh? This little secret compartment here. Well, I call it a secret compartment because inside, hey, wait, yes, this is only between you and me, eh? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at this, we are rich, eh? Uh-huh. Something I don't know, for some reason it was my dad. He always had Canadian Tire money with him. everywhere in his truck, in his garage, in his toolbox. There was always the happy Canadian Tire man just smiling away. And for some reason, now I feel it is almost a good luck thing, perhaps, or perhaps a way of saying, you know, I remember those times. But I carry my Canadian Tire money with me. And it's precious now because they don't give it out anymore. Instead, you get a card and points. You have Canadian Tire card points. What's your number, please? I mean, how, like, you know, unfun is that? When you're a kid, you would get your Canadian Tire money, and you thought you know you had something. And my dad would let me keep it, and I had my little wallet, and I would collect my Canadian Tire money. And when I had enough, which it took a while considering you got 5 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, but when I had enough, I could buy whatever I wanted. And I thought that was pretty swell. So, I guess I have a lot of good memories. Canadian Tire and my dad when I was little. So, I carry my Canadian Tire with me wherever I go.